It was very difficult to forgive myself. It's my story pre this workshop of being a captive woman, where I was coming out, healing from. I was previously married and divorced at the age of 23, I think, and with 2 children, extremely abusive marriage, and also grew up Catholic. If this happens on the 3rd time that this happens, then I'll leave. Anyway, so I left, and then I tell the story of my healing from the trauma and the abuse and my transformation. I found that when you start to do the meditation and you start to heal your sexual identity, a lot of the sexual problems are pre your change or your conversion, if that makes sense. And a lot of your trauma and everything happened there. So all my trauma happened to Oriane and not to Sarah. But I found myself recently in this 2 years that this righteous self of myself hadn't forgiven the unrighteous self of myself. Was that at some point when the healing is done on your old self, the old self has to become echad with the new self, or the new self has to then forgive the old self, and then they become integrated and one. And I also found that that separation between my old self, or the unforgiveness between myself, was a door for the enemy to keep accusing me of my past. Where now I'm able to say, if something comes up, like something you did, like I said, some things are coming up now, and I'm trying to clean my heart some more, and I immediately release, or I will say to the accuser in the spirit, yes, I did that. I'm no longer that person, and I immediately release and forgive.